Hello everyone. Welcome to our tutorial on generating an RDL report as a password-protected PDF in a Blazor Server application using the Bold Reports report writer. If we use unprotected PDFs, sensitive information could be compromised, leading to data breaches, intellectual property theft, and legal issues. To overcome this problem, we need to protect the documents by setting a password to them. This will ensure that only authorized users can access the documents. The Bold Reports report writer is a reporting tool used to export RDL reports directly into widely used file formats such as PDF, Word, CSV, and Excel without previewing the report on a web page. In this tutorial, I will cover setting up the Blazor Server environment, configuring the report writer, and generating a password-protected PDF. I have already installed the .NET SDK in my machine to create a Blazor Server application with Visual Studio Code. So let's start with the application creation. I run this command in the command prompt to create an application named Blazor PDF Generator. Once the application is created, I need to install the NuGet packages to add the necessary dependencies to the application. To do this, I change the current working directory to the application root folder. I then add the boldreports.net.core package to the application. This NuGet package includes all the dependency packages needed to add the Bold Reports report writer to the application. Next, I create a resources folder in the www root folder of my application to store the RDL reports. For this video, I'm going to use the invoice report.rdl file already available to me, which I add to the resources folder. You will find the invoice report.rdl file's downloadable link in this video's description. After successfully adding the sample report to the application, I need to add the API methods to generate the exported document in the controller. First, I create a new controller file named boldreportwritercontroller.cs within the data folder. I then add the Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.MVC namespace to the controller file, which enables the building of web applications, including Web API, and provides features for routing, model binding, and the system.io namespace, which provides types for reading and writing to files and data streams. Next, I add the boldreports.writer and boldreports.web namespaces to the controller file, enabling direct access to the report writer from it. Finally, I add the syncfusion.pdf.security namespace, which provides functionality to apply security features to PDF documents. I declare a Blazor PDF Generator.data namespace and add the route attributes for handling report generation requests. Then, I inherit the controller base class in the Bold Report Writer controller. To read the report file from the application, I use the web hosting environment with dependency injection. Next, I add the export method with an HTTP GET action for exporting the invoice report associated with the invoice ID. In the export method, we are going to read the report file as streamed to use it in the report writer. I have accessed the already added report using the report path and copied the file stream to the memory stream. This copy process will be helpful to avoid file access problems in the server while running the application on it. Next, I create a new instance of the report writer class and load the report into it using the memory stream. I want to generate the report based on the invoice ID number. So, I create a parameter list for the report and assign the invoice ID parameter value to the report using the set parameters. Here, the name value should match the parameter name in the report, which is already present in my report. Next, I create an instance of the PDFOptions class to configure the security settings that control the behavior of the PDF generation process. The PDF security class is used to define the security-related options for a PDF document that control the actions permitted on the document. I assign values to the user password property to set the password. I initialize the memory stream to hold the generated PDF report data in memory. I specify the PDF format and generate the PDF using the Save option. The generated PDF report will be in Stream, which will be provided in the file results stream to download by the client. On downloading, the file results stream will read the stream again for the process, so the stream position is set back to 0 after the save action of the report writer. Next, I open the program.cs file and invoke the app.mapControllers function to enable routing to controller action methods, allowing incoming HTTP requests to be mapped to the appropriate actions based on attributes. I now need to invoke the web API in the controller from the client side. So I open the host.cs HTML file within the Pages folder and add the necessary script. I add the download file method within the script tag to set the browser location to the API endpoint. This action triggers the browser to download the PDF file with the specific invoice ID from the export API added in the bold report writer controller file. I then implement the options on the client side to generate the invoice report based on the provided invoice ID. This application is going to have a text box to get the invoice ID and a button to download the PDF of the invoice. I open the index.razor file in the Pages folder and add the Microsoft.js interop and Microsoft.ASP.NET.Core.Components namespace and inject the IJS runtime. These are used to invoke the JavaScript function from the Blazor component. I already have the code to build this UI. I add it. Next, I implement the PDF report method within code and invoke the download file using the invoke void async method to initiate a file download. The parameter will automatically bind to the client side. Now, let me run this application. You can see the text box to enter the invoice ID and then the Generate button. I enter an invoice ID and click Generate. The PDF generates from the API and is available on the client. I open the PDF. It requires the password to view the file. So, I input the password and view it. In this video, I have shown you how to generate an RDL report as a password-protected PDF in a Blazor Server application using the bold reports report writer. If you found this video useful, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.